see, a full room here. You all look fabulous. I'm going to read a little bit from this that came out last August. It's new and selected works. It's got some new stuff and some old stuff. And I'm gonna read some of the new stuff. And I'll start with Prelude. Before we begin, may I ask you a question? Would it bother you if at some point I forgot to remember the illusion that we are made of solid matter? That we instead consist of atoms and electrical charges, or 99% empty space? Would it bother you to look through my subtly spectral form and see the backrest of my chair? It wouldn't be intentional or partly true. It's just that when I think about broken children lying in the rubble of bombed-out buildings, I sometimes find it difficult to remain tied to this world. So if I seem to fade, please don't be alarmed. And don't judge, just hold out your hand. We can touch palm to palm to keep ourselves connected to this terrible and beautiful place. Remind us that we are made of the same stuff as the stars. And this one is because the manufacture and sale of bombs is an extremely profitable business, because those who profit from the production of bombs will never experience their effects. Because at the end of the day, people who make bombs go home to their children. Because bombs are designed to take things apart, not put things together. Because bombs are deployed without risk to those who deploy them. Because bombs whisper collateral damage as they embrace their targets. Because the light of an exploding bomb is brighter than the sun. Because the words of politicians are written on the bombs in blood. Because at the moment of detonation, the fulfillment of their destiny, we cannot know whether bombs feel satisfaction or sorrow. Because the dogs that search for broken bodies buried beneath the rubble later dream strange and restless dreams. This is for Ruby Bridges, who is alive and well. She runs a foundation in Louisiana that does a lot of social and political justice work. So, yes, Ruby. This is for Ruby Bridges. In the Norman Rockwell painting, Ruby Bridges, the problem we all face. You are being escorted into the segregated school by federal marshals. We see 4 of them in the frame, 2 walking ahead, 2 behind, but we don't see their faces. You are the focus of the piece. A thrown tomato was smashed on the wall behind you. You walk straight ahead past the red guts dripping down and piled on the sidewalk, past the faint ghost of nigger painted on the wall someone tried with limited success to sponge away. Ruby, what can we possibly say about you? What words can describe this 6-year-old child, armed with only a notebook and a ruler, walking resolutely past that pack of jabbering hyenas? Past the woman who every day threatened to poison you. Past the woman who every day waved before your face a black doll in a coffin. The lead marshal said, "You never cried once during that nightmare year." What can we possibly say about you? Brave as any astronaut climbing into a tin can to be launched into the airless void. Haiku for George Floyd. That final moment when you called out for mama, did birds go silent? And I'll close with the last of the new pieces. And sometimes the title kind of sneaks up on you, and I feel a little sheepish about this one, but here goes. It's nocturnal admissions. Late at night, and I reluctantly shed the cocoon of blankets, rise once again to perform that task so familiar to men of a certain age, and afterwards look for a moment in the bathroom mirror at the battalion of wrinkles whose comrades wait patiently to join their ranks. I look at my hair, what's left of it, mostly white as a sheet of typing paper, then shut off the light and go back to bed to burrow once more beneath the covers. But as sometimes happens, sleep has climbed out the window, dropped quietly to the grass, and padded off barefoot into the night. At times like this, when shortcomings and failures and disappointments return to take their bows, projected on the ceiling, images on parade, I nod to each member of the troop and accept each judgment in turn. Some debts I can never repay, others will never be repaid to me. But even though the list of things I thought I knew grows ever smaller, and the tang of ancient grief still lingers on my tongue, I realize I've made peace with my past. And to my surprise, sleep returns. I awake to sun shining through the window, hear a mockingbird declare itself master of the universe. Now that my nocturnal ghosts have faded once more into memory and mist, I will rise to face this new day that stretches out before me like a ribbon of new highway.